Hello and welcome to the video about the Year 11 college applications which will be happening this term. I'd like to start by talking about the Raising the Participation Age scheme. This is a national scheme that makes it so that the students in Year 11 must stay on in either education, employment or training until they are 18. There's a range of options that are available, such as full-time education, apprenticeships, and part-time educational training at an employment situation. There are a range of different pathways that students can take once they leave school. Each pathway leads to a destination of employment by the end of it, and the students need to think carefully about which one is the right one for them and what their future plans are. We really would advise that there are lots of conversations that are happening both at school and at home, so that the students can fully explore all the different options that are available to them. As you can see, the different types of qualifications do lead through to work and to university. I will talk about some of these qualifications as we go through this video. But I just wanted you to see the fact that actually they all do have a progression route. This diagram is showing where our students have gone this September. As you can see, there's a wide range of colleges and different experiences that they are having. So we have a policy that we will support students in where they wish to go to. Some are more traditional than others. However, we will assist students to apply to whichever destination they are qualified for. So there's a general guide to entry requirements because the different courses do require different levels of ability and skill. So for our A-level courses and the IB, so the International Baccalaureate, they will require a range of GCSEs, including English and maths. And they will be particular about specific subjects needing specific subjects and grades. Whilst later on in this video, I will talk about the different entry requirements for the different colleges, we really do advise that you look through the prospectuses that the students will have, look through the website, and make sure you are fully aware of what the subject-specific criteria is, so that you're not disappointed when you do your applications. For the applied general courses, they are looking for a minimum of 4 GCSEs at grade 4 and above, usually including English and maths. Some will require 5 GCSEs at grade 4. Again, it is absolutely down to the individual college to say what their entry requirements are. Some people may be considering GCSE resits. We really hope that there aren't many of you who are considering that. However, the courses will require some GCSEs there to allow those resits to happen. The applied general courses are generally the level 2 level courses. They will still need a specific amount of GCSEs. It says there minimum of 3 GCSEs at grade 3. Not all institutions that offer applied courses will offer level 2 courses, so you do need to check out the prospectuses to make sure you know which ones do. And then we also have the technical courses. The technical courses, you will generally start on level 1 and progressing through to 2 and 3 as your skills are developed and as you become more technically aware. If you can show that you have a relevant skill level, you may well be allowed to enter at level 2 or level 3. Within Cambridgeshire, there are 10 what are known as post-16 centres, so places that students can go once they leave school. We've got CRC, College of West Anglia, Comberton, Bishop's Laney in Ely, Hills Road, Impington, Long Road, The Oaks, Parkside, Cambridge Academy for Science and Technology. So for any of those centres, students will be applying through an online system called My Choice at 16, and we will be working through that in PSHE and Mentor times to be able to do those applications successfully. Now, I'm very aware that some students may wish to apply to places in Bedfordshire or Hertfordshire, and also they may well want to apply to specific apprenticeship sites or any specific academies or vocational colleges. People who wish to do that, we will look into the specific ways that those institutions ask for their applications, and the students will be supported with that. However, I would say that please can those students let me know so that they, so I can support them with their plans, and we can make sure that any criteria that is required is met. So within Cambridgeshire, these are where you can study the different types of courses. So the A-levels feature at Bishop's Laney, Cambridge Academy for Science and Technology, which is known as CAST, Comberton, Hills Road, Long Road, and the Oaks. The IB, which is the International Baccalaureate, where you do a combination of different subjects, is now done at Impington, and also there is the opportunity to do it at Parkside as well. The applied courses and the vocational courses, CRC, CAST, College of West Anglia, Long Road, Comberton, all offer a range of those courses. So the minimum A-level profiles, and I have to stress here very much so that these are the minimum and they are the general A-level profile. You must check out the prospectuses and the websites of the colleges to ensure that you are meeting the profile for the specific courses you wish to take. So we've got the Bishop's Laney, it's 5 grades, 9 to 4, including English and Maths. You will have to get grade 5 or 6 in your chosen subjects. CAST, which is mainly a science-based institution, again, looking at the sciences, looking for maths, looking for English, but at least 7 grades, 4 to 9. Comberton, 5 grade 5s or above, and English and Maths must be at least a grade 4. And they are very specific about having their grade 6 in the A-levels that you want to go on and study. So if you studied at GCSE, you must have the grade 6. Hills Road work in a slightly different way to everyone else. They have a points profile, and their points profile you can access on their website to work out whether you're qualified. But the general one does come out as about 4 grade 6s and 4 grade 5s. However, that must include English language and maths, and there are specific points scores that you need to achieve to be able to study the STEM subjects, and that's your sciences and your maths. So please do make sure that you have checked their website to ensure that you meet their grade profile. Long Road is 7 GCSEs, 4 and above, including English and Maths for the A-levels. Again, you are expected to get the higher grades, so grade 5 or higher. Some of them do require grade 6, in your relevant GCSEs. And the Oaks, so the Oaks is is on the Netherhall site in Cambridge, and it's part of the Anglian Learning Trust. So they ask for 7 grade 4 to 9 in the appropriate range, including maths and English. Again, grade 6 or above is required where certain courses are continued from GCSE. For the IB, there are 2 types of IB. There's the diploma program and there's the career program. The diploma program at Impington requires 7 GCSEs of grade 5 or above, including English and maths. And then the subjects that you wish to take at the higher level will need to have at least a grade 6. For Parkside, for the same course, it's 5 GCSEs at grade 4 or above, including English and maths. But again, they're looking for the grade 6 for those higher level subjects. The career program at Impington is 5 subjects at grade 4 or above, and they would prefer your grade 5s in your areas of specialism that you're looking for. Vocational courses. Now, these are the courses that are available across the county. They will have different grade profiles depending on the level of course that you are applying for. In the prospectus, they are very, very clear about which levels need which grades. So we've got a range of different colleges there, and some more here, okay, which offer the more vocational courses. There's also some employment options that you can have. So we can have the apprenticeships, we can have employment with training, and we can look at traineeships. These are a different route for people if students don't want to go to sixth form, and if they don't want to go to college, they want to take the next step into employment first. Any student that is looking at these sorts of ideas just need to come and speak to me to ensure that we are applying for the jobs, applying for the apprenticeships in the correct way and in the correct time frame. So just a little bit about apprenticeships. They are available to everyone of all levels. The idea behind them is that you earn whilst you learn. They run through a range of different training providers. Some employers will run apprenticeships and they will do all their training in-house, whereas others will be associated to a college. The major apprenticeships college in this county is CRC, and if you are looking to do an apprenticeship, I really would recommend that you attend one of their apprenticeship days so that you can ask any questions that you need to there. Information can be found on the Euthoria website that I've linked to there. Euthoria is a Cambridge-based website, so all the information there is linked to Cambridgeshire. And the government website there of the Apply Apprenticeship, that is the search profile for apprenticeships all over the country. I did a quick search this morning of what is available within 10 miles of school and came up with 17 different options. So there are apprenticeships out there, but you will need to be careful about what level you are applying for and to make sure that it is appropriate. As I've just said, there are different levels. A level 2, so an intermediate apprenticeship, is the equivalent to GCSEs. And they will still require, though, you to have English and GCSEs at 3 or above. An advanced apprenticeship is the equivalent to an A-levels, and they will require English and maths to 4 or above. and then you get the higher level ones and the degree level apprenticeships. That is something to look for in the future, because you can of course do A levels and then do an apprenticeship afterwards, and there is nothing to stop that happening. So to apply for the colleges, we are going to use a system called My Choice at 16, and all of the applications to Cambridgeshire institutions will be online. We'll do them through PSHE, Mentor Time, and also at home, as it's a website. It can be accessed at home. Before the summer holidays, the students were advised to be writing their personal statements and to be submitting those to be checked. So we should be at the point that those statements are completed at this moment in time. If not, it would be really helpful to get those completed. They can check out on Google Classrooms in their PSHE class from last year. They will find information on what is required in those personal statements. You will need to use the My Choice at 16 website to research the courses and institutions. Students will be given the password for that website in the next few weeks within their PSHE lesson. The final deadline for completed applications is the 9th of December. If you look in prospectuses and you look on various college websites, you will see that it mentions a date very early on in January. However, that is the absolute final deadline for myself to get those applications to the college, and we need to go through a checking process, add references, and do all those final tidying up aspects to it, and for us to allow us enough time to be able to do that, to reach the colleges by the absolute deadline. Our school deadline is the 9th of December. I can absolutely guarantee that if the students get their applications in by that deadline, I will ensure that the college deadline is met. Because it is a web-based process, there may well be decisions made by the students that parents aren't aware of. So before we will submit the application, a letter will come home to confirm the choices that have been made. We will require that to be signed and returned to school by the 14th of December before the applications can be sent off. So this is one of the questions that we get asked a lot in terms of how many applications can students make. Theoretically, they can make as many as they wish. However, we do recommend that they apply to 2 or more different centres, mainly so that there is a backup in case anything goes wrong. And if students are applying for an apprenticeship, we would also recommend that they apply for a college place as well, just in case that apprenticeship falls through. I've written there that the students won't be allowed to apply to more than 3 centres. That's because if you apply to more than 3, you haven't really thought about where you want to go, and you're going to waste a lot of the college's time in case you get invited to all those guidance meetings. So we do say 3 is probably the maximum number that people should apply to. You need to be aware that the applications get sent simultaneously to all of the centres. So that means that don't be specific about a certain college within your personal statement. Do make it generic because everybody will see it at the same time. And one of the things that you have to do within this system is you have to put your colleges in order of preference. Now, part of the application process is the guidance meetings that will happen at the different colleges, and the guidance meetings are assigned related to order of preference. Certain colleges will only give guidance meetings to the people who put them first, and some colleges will give guidance meetings to everybody who applies. Doesn't matter where they are in the order of preference. I will sit down with each of the students as they make their applications, and we will talk through their order of preference to make sure that they get the most opportunities for guidance meetings within their profile. I do have to say as well that the different sixth form colleges are all their own entities, and they act on their own, and they will make their own decisions. So even if you are looking at, for example, a physics course at Long Road, Hills Road and Comberton, you may well find that they actually have different entry criteria, even though you would expect the courses to be similar. So you do really need to check out the entry criteria for each of the courses that you want to do. There will be specific grades that are needed. You do need to, in the prospectuses, it will tell you what those grades are, and you do need to make sure that you are qualified for the course that you're applying for. There's nothing worse than you applying for a course and then getting told at your guidance meeting, or even being refused an offer because you don't meet those qualifications. The post-16 centres will make their own decisions about which students will have guidance meetings. Their policy on that is laid out within their prospectus and on their websites, but that is something that they make their decisions on, and that can be influenced by how many people have applied and for which courses. Please do make sure you have read the prospectuses, visit the open evenings in the virtual ways that these are going to be done this year, and checked out the admissions policies. I've mentioned the prospectuses a lot throughout this. Students will be getting a pack of all of the prospectuses that we have been sent. We're just waiting for one or two just to come in before I give them all out. So they will be coming home with a bag full of prospectuses in the next week or so. Each college will make offers in a slightly different way as well. Some will make the offer there and then at the guidance meetings. Others will wait and send it out either by email or letter. The offers will be made according to the centre's published criteria, and you will receive, the students will receive those offers by Easter, unless they've not yet had their guidance meeting, and that generally is only for the vocational courses. All the A-levels and the applied courses generally have their guidance meetings in January, February and early March time. Again, each college will have a slightly different response, how they wish the students to respond to the offers. The students need to be on top of what they are going to be asked to do. We will remind them when we get reminders if students haven't done as they are asked to do, but the students must make sure they know how to respond. You can hold more than one offer until results are published in August, and we would recommend that. We absolutely would say accept all offers that are made. Do not turn anything down. Don't withdraw from anything. Just make sure that you have a choice that you can make on results day. You will get given that advice again on results day about how to actually confirm places when you're going to take them up. We know that enrolment days generally happen straight after results day, whatever results day it looks like this year. We do recommend that you're not on holiday from mid-August onwards, so that you can ensure that you are there for any college enrolment activities that need to take place. A couple of things that just do need to be reiterated and considered when you're making these decisions about colleges. Transport is a big issue. There is financial support available, but only for students living in low-income households. And the website there on the screen will take you to information from Cambridgeshire that talks about the post-16 transport that is available. But students do need to be aware of how they are going to get to the colleges. And maths and English, really do need to make sure that you get your maths and English. Students who achieve grade 3 will need to retake. Anybody who achieves below a 3 will be expected to be taking courses that will bring them up to the level of getting a GCSE in terms of their grade 4. There may be some exemptions, but everybody will need to study maths and or English until they reach that set level by the government. So, what next? Unfortunately, the online event that we advertised that was supposed to be running on the 6th of October, that would have given you the opportunity to speak to all the colleges at the same time, that has had to be cancelled due to technical difficulties. It's not run by us. The company that is running it for all of the secondary schools in the area is working on trying to resolve the difficulties that they've had. And when we have any more information, we will let you know. But I just want to reassure you that all the secondary schools are in the same situation. And we will be working to make sure that you get those opportunities. However, in the meantime, make sure you read the prospectuses and check the college websites. There's lots and lots of interactive information on the different college websites, and there's lots of videos on there. There's sample lessons, sample work. So please do make sure you visit all of those websites and attend the open events. All of the different post-16 institutions are doing welcome events, and they're doing them in a range of different ways. Their websites have the most up-to-date information, but my next slide actually has all the dates on it so that you've got those to be aware of. As I said previously, please make sure that you do visit the apprenticeships events at CRC if that's something that you are considering. You do, and I've said this several times already in the video because it is that important. You do need to make sure that you know the qualifications and the grades that are needed for the college course that you wish to go to. Personal statements should be completed. That's one of those jobs that can be already ticked off and then be checked by mentors. Have conversations about the options that are available and consider all of options. Don't put anything to one side because you think that's not the place for you. We have a range of colleges and institutions within Cambridgeshire. We have some that are very big, such as Long Road and Hills Road, and we have some that are small, such as Comberton and the Oaks. And you've got to find the place that is right for you. We will be completing the applications in PSHE, mental time, and there will be a little bit that needs to be done at home. and we do ask that those applications are made by the deadline of the 9th of December. So these are the open evening events. They're all the different dates and the times that live events will be available for students to be able to ask questions and visit the website to have interactivity. Please do check the college website. What we will do is we'll make sure that these dates there are reminders sent via parent mail about these dates to make sure that you keep on top of them and you visit as many as you can. If you have any queries at all about any of the college application processes, anything that I've said within the video, please do feel free to contact me. My email address is there on the screen. Thank you very much.